wonder what my old guildies are doing. Some of them were like pedophiles and stuff, so hopefully in jail.
Oh!
So, okay, there was one guild I was in. There was one guild I was in where the guild leader was like, I don't want any men in my guild unless I know them in real life or they're small and cute. And so, like, there was like 3 guys total in the guild. One was the guild leader. The second was the guild officer. And then the third, no, I guess it was 4. There was 4 because the third one was like their IRL friend, and then the 4th one was this 13-year-old boy that they constantly like made jokes about being like the guild's designated trap, and like there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on there. That kid was definitely
That's not.
there was stuff happening there.
Oh hell no!
That guild was insane. Sounds like a Mari guild. Oh my god, it was a Mari guild. It was a fucking Mari guild. Mari was insane.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
There was a lot. And then the guild officer, how do I say this delicately?
Delicately.
Okay, the guild officer was definitely a pedophile because he. Okay, I got a lot of lore to explain here. Okay, the guild officer was friends with my friend. I got into Mabinogi through my friend on Neopets. She asked me if I wanted to play with her, and so I started playing, and I got addicted. And so she was in this guild before I joined, and she was really close with the guild officer. The guild officer was a 40-year-old man who lived in Illinois. Okay. And my friend was a like, I can't remember if she was 15 or 16. I want to say she was 16.
Oh. Okay.
And
they were friends?
It took course over like a couple years. So she was probably like 13 when they met. Huh? But anyways, so they're like close and stuff, and they would hold like these role play sessions. It was like a role play guild. So his character was her character's dad, and they're like demons in the shadow realm. They're Fomorians, and her character is like the princess of the Fomorians, and his character is like her dad and stuff that takes care of her and is like an ominous shadow creature thing, and father or daddy? Father. And then so then all right, okay, I'm getting to know these people more and more over the course of a couple years. I already knew her for like a year before we started playing Mabinogi together, but now I'm like getting to know all the other guild members and stuff, and her and the guild officer are like together all the time. Like, she, like, I talk to this girl like every day, right? But the second that guy logs in, every time she's gone to go hang out with him. We'll be like in the middle of playing like a fucking Minecraft parkour map, and she's like, sorry, so-and-so logged in. Okay, so she fucking ditches to go hang out with him. So already, I was salty. I have salts. But what made me the most salty, and what has me convinced that, okay, well, no, I'm getting out of order here. Okay, so, so, oh god, okay, so, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so we all hang out more and more. I start like falling out of the group because I think they're a bunch of fucking like LARPing weirdos, and I still like my friend, but the rest of them I'm like, you guys are kind of weird, you know? Like this is weird. Like your guild only allows women except for like little boys. That's weird. There's a lot of like the weird stuff going on here.
Okay.
Like one time the guild leader, my friend talked during a guild meeting and the guild leader got like super mad at her and was like, do not speak out of turn, even in jest. And I was like, this is too much. Even in jest. I'm like, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I hang out with her, and so the guild officer guy is like the best friend. So I'm like still like being exposed to him constantly, and we end up like in a group chat stuff, and I start getting like interested in cosplay. I had never cosplayed before, and I wanted to try. So the guild officer guy is a seamstress. He like does a bunch of sewing stuff, and so I'm like, okay, can I like commission something from you? And so we start this commission process, okay? And spoiler warning, I never got anything. I never got anything. I got scammed. I got fucking scammed. But as this is happening, my friend, she graduates high school.
Okay.
And she immediately is flown out by this guy to live in their house in Illinois. And here's the insane plot twist. That guild officer is married to the guild leader. All right. So the guild leader is married to the guild officer, and the guild officer starts like talking to me more now that my friend is living with him, and he's like telling me that my friend and him in their past life were together in hell because they're demons and they have been reborn. They're otherkin, and they the guild officer is an incubus, and he came to this world. He possessed the current body that he's in because the body that he's in is actually this suicidal like housewife, and so she killed herself or whatever, and he took over the body. So he's an incubus living in this person's body, and so that's why he's married to the guild leader. But actually, he's not married to the guild leader because that was the previous body's owner. And so now my friend, right, is like living in their house, and they don't even like, they're not in the same room as each other ever or anything. Like the guild leader and the guild officer have computers right next to each other where they play games with each other, and my friend is fucking staying in her fucking bedroom like 24/7, and they're surviving because now they've added a new person to the household. They can only afford to live on cream of mushroom and rice. And like there's just like so much going on. There's so much going on, and all the time I'm being hit with the lore dumps about hell. And one time I was talking to my friend, right? I was like, yeah, I had this cool dream. I was flying around. I was like a harpy, and she's like, oh my god, that bridge that you described, I think that's a place from my homeworld. And I think that's actually what started the guild officer talking to me more, because then that's when like the group chat gets made between us three, and the guild officer is like, or I can't remember what exactly I said. I was like, you like want to know about my dream? Confused face question mark or whatever the fuck. And the guild officer was like, yes, of course I'd want to know more about my homeworld. And I'm like listen, man, this is before TikTok, all right? This is before this stuff was like the rampant. So I was confused. Anyways, long story short, 40-year-old guild officer, 40 to 50 or 50 plus year old guild leader they're married. My friend's fresh out of high school and she got shipped out to them immediately. The fucking guild officer had been role-playing as her dad. There's like a lot. There's a lot, man. There's a lot, man. Any questions?
Are you familiar with the Final Fantasy VII Kenny house?
Yes! Yes! It's exactly what that's like! It's exactly what that's like! Oh my god. I think they wanted me in that house, man. I think they were trying to start because okay, their lore was so obviously ripped from like Full Metal Alchemist because like she had like you remember in Full Metal Alchemist how there's like the goopy eyes that are like on in the other world or whatever the hell.
The what?
I don't remember how to explain it. There's like the eyes that are on the black sludge.
The door?
I think so. Oh, the eyes of truth. Yeah, from the door, from the gate.
Oh.
So they had like, my friend had those powers, and then there was an episode of Supernatural that had come out where where there was a character named Crowley who's like the king of hell, right? And I didn't realize until afterwards, but the timing of this lines up really well, where that episode of Supernatural came out with Crowley in it. He's the king of hell, and hell is like an office space. It's like like hell is an office, and then the guild officer starts telling me about like, oh yeah, hell is actually. That's exactly what that's like. It's you know I worked as a fucking accountant or whatever the hell he said. In hell, and we're all under the control of Satan, and so I tried to get out of my job, and Satan punished me and sent my friend the love interest apparently, because they started dating, by the way, the second that my friend moved to Illinois.
So he has a wife and a fresh out of high school girlfriend?
He has a husband and a fresh out of high school girlfriend, yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he's talking about like, oh yeah, I call her Stacy on my streams usually. So he was like, Stacy being the girl fresh out of high school, Stacy got sent to this world as punishment for me breaking the rules, for me trying to leave my job. That's the lore. That's why my friend Stacy is in our world.
And
very logical, very logical.
I don't even know what to say.